Welcome back, guys, to another replay analysis. This one of Ivory, and it won't even let me choose him. There we go. He got his replay analyzed by going to patreon.com/Gibbs00. There's some free play stuff there. There's some coaching. There's some replay analysis. There's also monthly tournaments. So go check it out. You can win some money. Let's get right into the replay. It's Platinum 1v1. I like doing 1v1s. It's a change of pace from the usual 2v2. Like 2v2 and 3v3 are very similar. 1v1 is a completely different ball game. Let's start this over. On this face-off win, you don't necessarily have to go for boost here. This ball is actually going pretty well in his favor, and if he gets up and just taps this, he has a chance for a goal. The worst thing that happens is if the other guy does win the ball over him. You hope at least it's not over his head where it's going towards his net, but neither player will have boost, and he can probably recover in time. But that play right there, after seeing the face-off, he had a free shot. He had a wide-open shot, but he gave up that shot for boost. Sometimes you don't necessarily need the boost. Just go for that zero boost game. And this play right here, a little bit confusing. I think he thought, I'm going to call this guy Frame because his name is weird. Frame might be going for the challenge a little bit earlier than he did, and so he got a little confused. And then when you get confused and then the ball's creeping up on you sometimes, like, you make some bad plays. And right there was a bad play. Now, I'm not sure. So I understand, hey, this is probably a goal. I don't understand the idea of driving away from this ball. You drive right towards your net still, just in case something bad. Like right there, I don't think he could have made the play, but maybe he can hit that ball on the side and clear it away. But it's weird to just drive away from it. I don't understand that play at all. But what can you do? Go to the next face-off. First face-off was great. Let's see how this one goes. This face-off goes into the other guy's favor. See, look, zero boost, he goes to the plate. That was exactly the same kickoff, basically. Except Frame stayed on the play and just got the free shot. I want to go back to the kickoff a little bit. Kickoffs are always a little weird in ones. He was going a little slow with that. He could have been a little bit quicker, and then I don't like the little turn at the end. Normally, in 1v1 kickoffs, if they get the first touch, if they know how to power it through, then you're in trouble. And right there, that one didn't go too hot for him. But let's get to the next one. Like, you can give away first touch. It's not the end of the world. You just got to be able to be in the right spot there. Right there was a good kickoff. It was mostly just a direct heads-up kickoff, and he barely won it. Now, this play right here, you got to be very careful on shots like this. At this point, Frame is going for boost. I understand why you might want to try and take a shot at this, but I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. He air rolls to the side and then just side flips away from it. I get he's trying to shoot this on net, but you have to be able to read that bounce and know this ball's not going to go that high. Or just play it off the bounce. Just a poor touch, and you never want to throw it low to a teammate. But good recovery here, or not to a teammate, to the opponent. A good recovery there to at least make up for it and then be able to circle back to net while grabbing boost, which is nice. That dribble was scary. There's no need to dribble there. Just throw the ball in front of you. But he wants more control, so he goes off to the side of this. But if you just tap it softly in front of you, and then you can kind of drive around it. But it still works. Still a goal. Just a little bit scared. Another face-off. Just completely heads up. Surprised he turned to the right there. He could have turned to the left and made a play on the ball, or went for the boost. Now, he gave up both boost and ball here. And he didn't even grab boost himself at first. So a little bit of a weird play, but he does eventually get boost. Good challenge there. That player, Frame, waited way too long. He pops this up. He has to be in the air immediately if he wants to make a play here, and he does not. He takes his time. It's not a good idea, because if you're trying to read when the other person's jumping, well, then they just jump before you, and if they're close enough, it's not going to matter. Right there, so good win. He's taking his time here, though. I don't like this again. I don't like this play. I want him boosting towards us. Then you can always break when you get closer to the ball to tap it in front of the net if you need be. But he takes a little bit too long here. Way too long, and doesn't get the goal. He seemed like he was just a little bit too scared. I would boost immediately, get full speed, get close to the ball, and then tap the brakes if you need to. Tap the ball in front of the net and then circle around and try and get the goal. He was trying to wait for that ball to just roll in front of the net, but that ball definitely needed some help. Now, this play right here, he's at 100 boost, so I understand why he might want to go for a challenge, but he's super far away from this ball. Like, at this point, you're better off. Like, if you lose this challenge, you're fine with 100 boost, as long as you don't jump. So as soon as he jumps, it takes him out of the play, but he could have turned around instead. Like, you don't necessarily have to jump and go all in on plays like that. And again, he gives up here. I do not like this either. In ones, a lot of times people mess up. And they might roll it off a corner post or something like that. Obviously, that didn't happen here. But I would still be driving back to your net just in case they mess up. I've seen it plenty of times. And my rank's a little bit higher than this in ones. And I'm terrible at ones. But people miss all the time. Miss easy shots. Good goal there. I would have liked him to do the double pop aerial and get up a little bit quicker and not necessarily go for that extra boost. He probably didn't need it. Right here, he could have just scored it. But he goes for the extra boost for the insurance. Luckily, didn't get bumped out. But again, it seems like every one of his goals feels like he's being a little bit too cautious and is not ready to commit to something. Gets the face-off win. Let's see if he can get this boost. He doesn't go for that boost. Which, I guess, because he was in the air so long, he doesn't want to get into a situation where he misses the boost and then the other guy has it. But worst case scenario here is you go for that boost and you don't get it, and you drive back and grab middle boost. It's very unlikely that the other guy can grab middle boost and his boost in time. So that's what I would have preferred him to do. I don't get going for his other corner boost. Takes him out of the play way too much. Luckily, Frame's not really doing anything with this. He should have very low boost, so he should challenge pretty early here. Instead, he gives up the boost grab right there. As soon as you notice Frame didn't grab that corner boost, you have to know he doesn't have boost at this point, and you have to challenge early so he can't grab boost. Right here, he just gave him a free boost grab, and now he's got ball and boost, so he's got to be a little bit more careful. Good challenge there. It was a little sketchy at first. It was also sketchy from Frame, his aerial. But he does eventually get behind the ball. I would have liked him to go for that angle quicker than going from the left, but he still gets there in time. See if he can get this goal. There we go. Barely beating him out, but this time he goes a little bit quicker here. And good control there. Speed and control. That's what it's all about once. So well done. Alright, here we go. Another face-off. I still don't get this little turn at the start. I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. But again, he gets flown up in the air. He's got to be careful with that of jumping too high on the ball and then getting popped up into the air. He's got to be a little bit lower on these kickoffs so he's not losing all that time. Oh, this is a bad play. Play right here, what he can do, he sees that Frame is giving up on the play, basically. Like, Frame can't catch up this ball. You should be boosting back to your net and then just try and trap it on the side of your car. Instead, now, since he didn't boost, he has to aerial and go for that backflip style play. Much harder of a play. But he had time here. Like, this ball is not going to go into the net right away. He could also cut around the ball. So then, since it is closer to the near post, he could then dribble it up his own wall. But instead, he goes for the much more difficult play. And that's, again, probably just not too confident in plays like that. Trying to trap the ball down or trying to swerve around it. So he goes for it's a harder play, but maybe not as mechanically hard because he's just trying to tap the ball away somewhere. So you got a face-off loss here. Face-off losses happen. I mean, know what you can do. He goes way too center on this ball. I generally like to be like parallel with the other guy, but he kind of gives it up there with that flip by going too much towards the middle. And again, Frame, he scores a face-off with 0 boost. That's what he should have done earlier. I forgot his name already. I'm sorry, Ivory. My fault, Ivory. I love you. But that's what Ivory should have done in the first face-off. So this face-off, I don't mind him going for boost here because he's not going to catch this ball in time to get a shot. So going for the boost here is not bad, and now he can try for a more effective shot. And Frame should have never went for this boost. I like the idea of not waiting for the bounce here. See how Frame goes for that boost? As soon as you see that wide open net, just throw it at the net. Frame also missed the boost, so that's pretty bad. So good goal there. Nice job by Ivory. Not necessarily going for that bounce hard shot, but you don't always have to go for it. If the guy's out of position, just throw it at his net and make him pay. Good face-off win. Again, he gives up on the play. Why are you giving up on this play? This is a wide open net. Look at that. The ball is wide open in front of the net. He's always worrying about going for boost instead of just going for the shot. That was a perfect opportunity right there. All you gotta do is just drive forward, and that's a free goal. Instead, he goes for boost. You can make plays happen with 0 boost, and you have to know that the other guy also has 0 boost. Luckily for him, Frame just gives him a perfect setup. I'm not sure what Frame was doing here. Frame just kind of panicked, thinking the other guy was probably closer, or that Ivory was closer. But so he gets a free goal. But please, when you win a face-off, use it. Go for the shot. Oh, so frustrating. Okay, here we go. He's a little bit lower on these kickoffs now. Missed the boost there. Frame's not going to have much either, so he can use that. So Frame right there, at that point, what Frame has to do... It's a good challenge by Ivory, but Frame... Like, he has 32 boosts. He can do some things with this, but he wastes so much on the ground that he can't really do much here. He probably could have waited even longer here. See how Ivory just kind of gives up? Like, Ivory didn't grab that boost. So Ivory goes and grabs that boost, but he's staying sideways to the net. He could have let this ball bounce out another time and just go for the power shot where you have good angles. Instead, he has to like cut around the ball a little bit, so he tries for the pop play and it doesn't work out. And then Ivory gets a free goal. And you always have to be careful in the offensive end if you have like 30 boost or so. Don't lose a challenge. Don't even let a challenge happen if possible. And right there, Frame makes a bad decision, and Ivory gets the play. There we go. Grabbing the boost. He's going to grab the other boost again. So Frame's like the opposite of Ivory, where he will make too many plays with 0 boost. Compared to Ivory, who will make 0 plays with 0 boost. Right here, Frame has like nothing. It's a good idea to go for the challenge. All right, Frame's just like, all right, I'm out. I'm just going to leave. That's a much better play. At this point, though, you have to go for that corner boost, Frame. As soon as you leave like that, just run to the corner boost. He's taking a little bit longer than you would want to go for it. And then this is just kind of a bad dribble. And if you can't dribble that well, one thing that you could do is Ivory right here could chip the ball to the right and then try and keep the ball afloat and then go for a chip shot. So, like, I'm not a great dribbler either, so I do more of, like, chip shot plays. Right there, he tries to dribble it, though, and it's not really going to work. Like, when the ball's rolling forward, you can't get that much power on it, but if the ball's rolling sideways, you can get tons of power on it. So that's what you want to do. Try and make that ball go sideways, and then come around it and go for the shot, because, again, Frame went for boost, so he's kind of out of the play for a bit. Again, I'm not sure what Ivory's doing here. He, like, turns away from the ball. Maybe he's trying to read it off the post. Possibly. But he turns away from the ball, like, away from the play. I don't understand why he keeps doing that. That's, like, the second time he's done that, where he just drives away from his goal when it's about to go in. Seems very strange. Definitely got to get rid of that tendency. That's for sure. Nice little half flip, but I'm not really sure why he does it here. He could challenge here. It's not the worst challenge in the world, but that's fine. Like, if he wants to give him more space. And honestly, Frame hasn't done a lot when he has the ball by himself. Right here, Frame did absolutely nothing. He had all the time in the world and just kind of lobbed the ball up to Ivory. So it's not the worst play in the world. And that's just reading your opponent, too. Like, if you think they don't really have much of a chance here on a play, just give it to them and then go for it. This challenge was a little bit early, and once again, Frame just puts this ball in front of him. Like, he can't dribble either. It's a little bit early, but at least he's blocking his net for the most part. Frame has to try and throw it around him, and obviously can't score, so it still works out for Ivory there. Now Ivory's trying to push a little quicker. Frame's definitely going to boost, though, but Frame got surprised by that. I don't like this non-ball cam play right here. I'm not sure why he turns off ball cam. I think he's going for a boost, but he might have a shot here, and he can kind of see the ball and probably Frame in view if he has ball cam on. But it doesn't work out there. I mean, he might not have won it anyway, but I would have preferred having ball cam on there just to see the action. Good challenge once again. He's been challenging well against Frame here. Frame's had a hard time when he has the ball by himself anyway, though, so he's kind of helping him out. Oh, no. Okay, good. Woo, close one. He might have given him a little too much space here, but he tries to retreat. The problem is he didn't retreat right back to his net. He followed around the curve. It makes it a lot harder for him to get into a position for a save. Like, if you are going to retreat, just retreat back to your net and then turn to have a better chance at a play. But, like, once you're back like this, it makes it a lot harder to play. He still makes a save, though. Well done. And pushing forward, trying to see what's going on. He tries to go sideways. He misses the boost, but he does get it around. I would not chase this ball, though. There's no point to chase this ball. It has no chance to go in the net. This is one of the few times where he has 0 boost and he goes for something, but this is not the time to do it. He should have just went immediately and grabbed the middle boost. Now he's got the boost, and he's going to let Frame come in once again. This time, Frame tries to shoot early with that pop. Just kind of fakes him out, but it works out. It didn't go in. These are always hard because it's hard to tell when they're going to do it. But from here, like, you can kind of tell Frame's under the ball, but he does. But Ivory already turns up because he wants to challenge early. He kind of shows his hand maybe a little bit too soon, so it allows Frame to do what a quicker play. So, just gotta be careful on the defensive end of showing your hand too early on plays like that. Misses the chip off the curve. It's fine. That happens all the time. The curves are very hard to read to where you can go for the chip. Nice wasting time here. Oh, misses the play. That's fine, though, because Frame's not really coming either. It's fine to waste time here. It's fine to just dribble. Yeah, just dribble into your own corner. That's perfectly fine. I wouldn't even hit that ball, honestly. I probably wouldn't have even bothered to hit this, because if I can just see that Frame is not coming for the play. But he does hit it hard and high, so it's very important that, like, if he would hit that low, that's a free goal for Frame. So it works out for him there. And let's see, can he do it? Can he do it? Yes, he can. All right, gets the buzzer beater. And honestly, this could have been way more of a blowout. A couple bad face-offs is really what cost him. And then when he does win a face-off, he doesn't go for the shot. You got to know when you win a face-off that the other guy is in the exact same situation as you with 0 boost, except he's on your side of the field, so you have way more time than you think that you do. And also, don't turn away from your goal. If you think the ball's about to go in, always go towards it. The explosion's not going to hurt, so keep it up, Ivory. But thank you so much, Ivory, for the replay. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.